The Young and the Restless spoilers, Tuesday full, the 2nd of June, 2026. Welcome back to our channel, Y&R Family. Today is a beautiful sunny day, but the forecast inside Genoa City is looking like an absolute hurricane of drama. Grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever keeps you awake, because we have a massive amount of ground to cover today, and I am practically buzzing with excitement. I am literally shaking right now. I cannot believe they did that. I am sitting here typing this up at 2 a.m. because I just finished watching the latest episodes for the week of June 1, and my brain is completely melting out of my ears. Matt freaking Clark, doing CPR on Nick Newman. Are you kidding me right now? I've been watching this show since 2015, and this is by far the most twisted, brain-breaking, absolutely unhinged thing they've done in years. I mean, we all saw Nick go over that cliff. We saw the fentanyl and cocaine completely destroy his system, leaving him a broken, dying mess in the dirt. And now, the very monster who orchestrated this entire nightmare, the guy who poisoned the drugs, chained up Sharon and Noah, and pushed Nick to the literal brink of death, is the one breathing life back into Nick's lungs. It's sick. It is so deeply psychologically sick, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. I was screaming at my television screen. But wait, it gets crazier, because of course it does. Matt is now claiming amnesia. Amnesia. Because, let's be real, that is the oldest soap opera trick in the book. And Nick, poor, traumatized, psychologically shattered Nick Newman, wants Matt to remember. He is literally leading the charge to help Matt Clark remember his past. Why? Because Nick needs a villain. He needs Matt to remember being a monster so that Nick can unleash all his rage and punch him in the face with zero guilt. I mean, can we talk about this for a second? Nick is sitting there trying to jog the memory of a psychopath just so he can hate him properly. It is so dark. Remember when they tried this amnesia plot with Adam years ago? Yeah, didn't work then either. But this is next level psychological torture. Nick doesn't want Matt to be a blank slate. He wants the devil he knows. He wants the man who tortured his family to look him in the eye and know exactly why Nick is destroying him. And then there's Victor. Oh my God. Victor Newman. I am sorry, but Victor is being classic, infuriating Victor right now. He doesn't know what to do with Matt, which is super rare for the mustache. He is usually 10 steps ahead, but right now he is just staring at this amnesiac criminal like a puzzle he can't solve. But instead of focusing on the actual threat, Victor is forcing Nick to face his addiction head on. And he is doing it with that brutal, cold, unforgiving toughness that only Victor Newman possesses. He is literally standing there, tearing into Nick about his drug use right after Nick almost died. I know some people are loving this tough love, Victor, but personally, I think it's way too harsh. Nick is broken, but Victor and Nick are clashing so hard over Matt's fate. Nick wants Matt wiped off the face of the earth, completely erased from their lives. Victor sees an angle. He always sees an angle. He's not ready to make a decision yet, and it is driving Nick absolutely insane. They haven't clashed this badly since the whole Kane Ashby AI scandal, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Am I the only one who thinks Sharon is the only sane person left in this entire town? Sharon is not buying Matt's change of heart for one single second. And she shouldn't. She's the only woman in Genoa City who knows exactly what Matt Clark is capable of. She was just chained up in an abandoned gas station because of him. She knows that a near-death CPR moment doesn't just magically erase a lifetime of being a sociopath. I am so here for Detective Sharon. She is looking at Matt's blank, innocent face and seeing right through the BS. She wants justice, and honestly, she is the only one thinking clearly, while the Newman men are busy having a toxic masculinity contest over who gets to control the narrative. Go, Sharon. Do not let these men gaslight you into thinking Matt is suddenly a saint. Okay, back to the point. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Nikki and Victoria, because my heart is in my throat over this storyline. I am legitimately terrified for Nikki right now. Her migraines are getting worse, and Victoria is completely freaking out. Victoria is terrified that this is something way more serious than her mother's MS. And what is Victor doing while his wife is suffering from severe neurological symptoms? He's sitting Nikki down for a difficult deal, a deal that is either going to save their marriage or completely destroy it. After months of their marriage hanging by a thread, Victor is demanding loyalty and pushing her into a corner. I swear, the Victor and Nikki merry-go-round is exhausting, but I cannot look away. If he pushes her too far while she's having these migraines, I will never forgive him. He needs to be a husband right now, not a CEO negotiating a contract with his own wife. So, let's shift gears to the Abbott mansion because it is a whole different kind of horror movie over there. Diane is missing. Kyle just dropped the bomb on Jack that his mother hasn't been home in days. And Jack is losing his absolute mind. He is pacing around that mansion, looking like a man who is about to do something incredibly drastic. Because let's be real, Jack knows exactly who is lurking around. Patty Williams. Patty claims she didn't do anything, but come on. It's Patty. She poisoned Summer years ago. She is a walking red flag. Jack recklessly manipulated Patty, and now Diane has vanished into thin air. I am dreading what Jack is going to find, but I am also secretly loving the dark, desperate energy Jack is giving off right now. It is peak Jack Abbott, and Peter Bergman is acting his heart out. And speaking of desperate energy, I cannot stand Billy Abbott. I'm sorry, but I can't. Billy actually went and blabbed to Adam about Sally's pregnancy last week. Who does that? So now Adam and Sally are finally sitting down to talk about it, a conversation literally nobody wanted to have. Sally has been through so much hell, especially after losing baby Ava with Adam, and now she has to sit there, look the biological father of the baby in the eyes, and make her stance clear. The emotional weight in that room is suffocating. I mean, Sally is just trying to survive, and Billy is out here treating her trauma like casual gossip. I am so fiercely protective of Sally right now, and I just want her to catch a break. The ghost of baby Ava is hanging over that room like a dark cloud. Every time Adam looks at Sally, you can see the heartbreak, and every time Sally looks at Adam, you can see the walls going up. It is just too much. I am crying just thinking about it. Let's talk about Phyllis for a second, because wow, Phyllis Summers has officially hit rock bottom, and she is dragging everyone down with her. She is literally begging Michael Baldwin to help clear her name. But like Phyllis dug this grave herself. She got trapped by Victor's AI evidence. She refused to listen to Michael's advice. She alienated Lauren. Harris wants Michael to play savior. The audacity of this woman. I love Michelle Stafford, but Phyllis is acting completely unhinged. She is paranoid, desperate, and completely isolated. I kind of hope Michael makes her sweat a little bit before he agrees to help her, because she needs a serious reality check. You cannot just burn every bridge in town and then cry when you are stranded on an island. Phyllis! And then we have the Winters family drama, which is just as messy and complicated. Lily is getting some brutal, tough love from her brother Devon. Devon is reminding Lily exactly who Kane Ashby is, because Kane is out here using Malcolm's terminal illness and his bone marrow match to blackmail his way back into Chancellor Winters. It is the lowest, most disgusting move ever. And Lily is actually considering it because she wants to save her uncle. Devon is right to step in and shake her by the shoulders. But then Victor steps in and makes a promise to Lily before Friday. Victor Newman making promises to Lily Winters. Yeah, that is a deal with the devil if I've ever seen one. I am terrified to see what Victor wants in return, because Victor Newman does not do favors out of the goodness of his heart. Finally, let's touch on the rest of the town, because Genoa City is literally bursting at the seams with drama right now. Sienna Bacall, yes, the psychotic drug dealer who attacked Phyllis and supplies Nick with fentanyl, is expressing concern about Noah Newman's new business venture. If a psychopath is concerned about you, you are in danger, Noah. I am so scared for Noah right now. He is just trying to build something, and he has this absolute lunatic hovering around him. Meanwhile, Holden Novak and Audra Charles are being forced to face their pasts, which is bound to be explosive because Audra has skeletons on top of skeletons in her closet. And Nate Hastings is helping Stephanie make a massive decision about applying for the chief of staff position at Genoa City Memorial. The board reached out to her, and Nate currently holds that job. Is Nate about to lose his position? Is Stephanie going to take over? The hospital politics are getting so juicy. I am telling you guys, this week is going to change everything. I am emotionally exhausted. My blood pressure is through the roof, and I am counting down the seconds until the next episode. I dread what Matt Clark is going to do once this Amnesia act drops, because we all know it's an act, but I am absolutely here for the chaos. Let me know in the comments if you are as stressed out as I am, because I cannot do this alone.